What's up everyone, and welcome to Jayconomics. My name is Jay and it's a pleasure to meet all of you. On this channel, we take a look at anything related to finance with a strong focus on investing. So if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, then please consider subscribing and liking this video to help me on my quest to befriend the big, bad YouTube algorithm. If I told you that Netflix has taken the world by storm, that would be a gross understatement. Its growth story has been nothing short of unbelievable, as it has been the best performing stock over the last decade, giving investors a 4,189% return on their money. Now compare that to the S&P 500 index over the same time span, which only returned 189%. The rise of Netflix, although obvious now, was not one that many people saw coming in the early days. Especially not Blockbuster. Fun fact, Blockbuster turned down the opportunity to acquire Netflix. Just saying. You gotta laugh a little bit, right? Throughout the years, Netflix even became its own verb amongst youth.
Hey girl, wanna Netflix and chill?
Before getting into what could potentially be the next Netflix, let's take a stroll down memory lane. Netflix went public in late May of 2002. At the time, it counted roughly 1 million subscribers who paid a monthly fee for access to its library of DVD movies and TV shows. The company IPO'd at $15 a share. The real growth catalyst for Netflix was their streaming services. By making that switch and starting to create exclusive and original content, Netflix became a global powerhouse in the entertainment industry. Now let's go back to IPO day for a second. And let's pretend that you had invested $100 into Netflix. At its close on Friday, Netflix stock was trading for around $548, which means your $100 investment would be worth over $45,000 today. Needless to say, early Netflix investors were richly rewarded. Think about how your life would be different had you seen the trend coming. But it wasn't always sunshine and rainbows for investors of Netflix, however. Shareholders had to endure multiple periods of massive volatility and share price declines, including several 50% slumps on the way to earning that phenomenal growth. Together, these facts mean that, although rare, life-changing stock purchases are possible over periods as short as a dozen years. But investors also have to be willing to pay a price in volatility and patience to even have a shot at these massive payouts. So now that we've covered the meteoric rise of Netflix, let's get into the company that is trying to be its global competitor. But before we do, if you're enjoying this video so far, please gently tap those like and subscribe buttons, as it really does help me and my work. Much appreciated, thank you. Now back to the video. The company that could become a huge player in this space is none other than Eros International, soon to be known as Eros STX Global Corporation, after their merger with STX Entertainment was officially approved last week. The stock jumped up to $3.73 at Friday's close, up around 20% from early last week. So, who is Eros International, what do they do, and why is this merger potentially a big deal for their growth prospects? Eros International is a leading global company in the Indian film entertainment industry that acquires, co-produces, and distributes Indian films across all available formats such as cinema, television, and digital new media. The company also owns the rapidly growing over-the-top platform Eros Now. Eros Now is their on-demand streaming Bollywood entertainment service network. It is the world's leading Indian OTT platform with over 12,000 films, 186.9 million registered users, and 26.2 million paying subscribers. Eros Now monetizes the registered free users by playing ads. All of this is important, and here's why. India has a massive population. 1.3 billion people to be exact, or a staggering 18% of the world's population. India also happens to be one of the fastest growing economies in the world, although that rate has decelerated since 2019. That being said, disposable income among its citizens is increasing. With the current state of affairs and people being at home a lot more now, streaming services have been killing it. For Eros, this merger could not come at a more perfect time. But who are they merging with? STX Entertainment is an American entertainment and media company that creates, produces, distributes, finances, and markets film, television, and digital media, which includes live events and virtual reality. STX has produced some box office bombs, but they've also produced some gems such as Hustlers, starring Jennifer Lopez, and The Gentleman, starring Matthew McConaughey.
Take them.
All right. Oh, Christ. How you doing?
The studio's biggest theatrical earner remains 2016's Bad Moms, which raked in $184 million. STX's projects seem to be getting better and better. Here's a short look into their new project called Greenland, starring Gerard Butler, set for release soon.
I swear I'm gonna get my family into that bunker.
I don't know about you guys, but I'll definitely be watching this movie. If you want to check out the full clip along with any of their other projects, head over to their YouTube channel. STX has deals in place with Netflix, Hulu, and Showtime, among others. STX also has strong links to China, Tencent being a notable investor. STX was planning on having their IPO on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange in 2017, but ultimately that did not come to fruition. The new Eros STX Global Corporation is the first independent media company with the expertise and creative cultures of both Hollywood and Bollywood. Here's what STX CEO Robert Simmons had to say, and I quote, "On day one, we will have the ability to tap into our significant combined libraries and draw upon our deep relationships with A-list actors, directors, and producers across the globe to create even more compelling content for millions of consumers." The newly merged company plans on releasing 40 new feature films and 100 TV episodes in 2020 alone. Here's Eros International CEO speaking on a webinar late last week.
Our expectation is that we should be able to announce the closing of the merger very shortly. Although I cannot commit to a definite timeline by when we'll do it, because obviously this is a legal matter and I don't have all the information to be able to commit on it.
Sure, thank you. I mean, we know that's a similar thing. What does it mean to Eros after Eros STX merger?
Oh, that's something that I would love to talk about. I think we are very excited at this partnership, and this partnership will result in a new merged company. It is India's first major studio that has merged with an overseas studio. So you really have a Hollywood-Bollywood combination like never before. This is not a co-production of a single movie. This is two businesses working together. I mean, I will have offices in Bombay and in Los Angeles, and our teams will engage significantly. Obviously, the STX Filmworks team will continue to make a slate of Hollywood movies, and we will continue to do a large slate of Bollywood movies as well. And yet there will be co-production possibilities on the creative front. And then there are opportunities of optimization on the technology front, like VFX, back-end operations. There's tons of stuff that we can do together. And then there are global markets to capture. So there is Latin America market opportunity. There is the Africa market opportunity. There is a Middle East opportunity. And while people may not like it, China market opportunity.
As Pradeep says in the clip, he has to remain tight-lipped about exactly when the official announcement will be made, but he is very excited about the merger, stating that both companies will continue producing their own movies, but will also put their heads together to create new projects, improve tech, and attack global markets ripe for the taking in Latin America, Africa, the Middle East, and perhaps most notably, China. Let's take a quick look into the new company's combined financials. As we can see here, Eros STX will have some net debt, but I personally am not too worried about this. These two growth companies are combining to try and create a super growth company in entertainment. Of course, this is still a spec play, and you should only invest if you've done your due diligence and are comfortable with the risk. What am I doing? Well, I currently own 100 shares of Eros at a cost basis of $3.37. I am debating adding to my position at this time, but I will likely only do so if we see a big dip. Another catalyst I'm watching for this week is Netflix earnings on Thursday. If they significantly beat estimates, which I personally believe that they will, Eros may benefit from a sympathy play here. That being said, I am bullish as a long-term investment in this stock, but right now, it's just all on paper. The two companies must make the transition smooth and execute. Hollywood meets Bollywood. Time will tell whether this marriage is a good fit. Remember that I am not a financial advisor and this video is not meant to be financial advice, but I'm simply sharing my thoughts on the matter. Never invest blindly and always do your due diligence. In this case, please do some research into Eros STX before you invest. Don't just take my word for it. Alright, that wraps it up for today's episode. Thank you all for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe if this video brought any value to you, and let's grow this community together. Until next time, take care and invest smart.